Hey there, welcome to Night Sky Wisdom and Tarot. I'm Alex. I'm here to bring you your weekly general energy update for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's see. Welcome cross watchers as well. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading. It can't and it won't, unfortunately, apply to every single person. So if it's not your reading this week, please just send well wishes. And maybe it'll be yours next time. In the meantime, please don't hesitate to drop a like on my channel. It really helps me out with the algorithm, and it's a good energy exchange for the reading. So I'm going to do a 7-card horseshoe spread, followed by, I'm being guided to do an oracle card as well. And I'll clarify within the horseshoe spread as needed to give more details about the situation that I see before me. Let's see, Spirit, what are the messages for Gemini? Things have been feeling so tense. There's a tension in the air that part of it is, I guess, a lot of the retrogrades occurring, the eclipses, of course, but it's just, I feel like the collective energy a lot. Actually, that's where most of my intuition lies. It's just knowing, I don't know. So even without knowing the astrology, like I can feel everything going on with such intensity. Sometimes it's overwhelming. So I really pray that this reading, that God gives messages to help those who need it most, okay? Sorry, I just had to get that out. Because a lot of people are out here hurting right now, confused, tense, but don't know why. I don't know. I just feel a lot of confusion. So let's get started, Spirit. What are the messages for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising? Spirit, please let me know what the best messages are for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. Okay, well, let's get to pulling. Wow. Okay. We got 1, 2, 3 major arcana out here. It's a very intense reading, but I don't know, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Okay, so Gemini, looks like for the Geminis that this is for, you are recently coming out of a place where you received an offer or a big old healthy dose of inspiration. I'm about to get to it and see which one it is, but it's like your cup overfloweth. Ace of Cups is the recent past energy. So something was gifted to you either spiritually, energetically, an exchange of love, an offer of love. Something out here, and some of you feel like you didn't deserve. And it kind of sent the wheels turning as far as the universe. It was like just the kickoff. It was just the beginning is what I'm hearing. Right now, the Wheel of Fortune energy is what surrounds you. So you're still in elevation. No matter how great you think that last thing was that was really gifted to you, that made you feel, and I'm hearing remind you that you were loved, remind you that you were acknowledged, remind you that you were seen, whatever it was, that was only the beginning, is what Spirit is saying. Just stick with us, and we're about to show you better than we can tell you. I'm going to do something different than I usually do. I usually go through the whole spread and give you like the first general layer and then clarify even more. I'm going to go ahead and clarify the first 2 cards before I even give you outcome, obstacles, surrounding energies. This will help you determine and confirm whether or not this is your reading. Just in case you need more clarity. But again, for the Geminis, this is for, see, I'm not good with time. So just sometime in the recent past, recent could be a day ago, even within the last year. It just depends. You received something. It was like a spiritual gift I'm hearing. Something that you didn't feel like it's like you didn't expect it. It made you feel like you're finally seen. I don't know what that is. One more shuffle. Spirit, can you clarify this Ace of Cups for Gemini? What is this Ace of Cups for the Geminis that this reading is for? What was this Ace of Cups in the recent past? The Hermit, Five of Pentacles, King of Cups. Someone this is very strange reading, Gemini. It looks like in the recent past, underlying this Ace of Cups is clarified by the Hermit, the Five of Pentacles, and the King of Cups. So it almost looks like you were gifted with time to sort through a lot of things from your past. You were gifted with the time, the space, the opportunity, the ability to maintain whatever it was, but you were gifted with this opportunity to go within, to spend time with yourself, to reflect, and to really alchemize this energy of the past of feeling abandoned, and to realize that in truth, other people's failures in your life were no reflection on you. If anything, they were a reflection of their lack of clarity and their lack of feeling like they belonged or were loved. You gained the insight into your past that allowed for your own healing. You were gifted the King of Cups within you. Now, again, this could have started off as something that didn't seem like a blessing. Maybe, again, you lost a job. Maybe you lost a partner in some way, shape, or form. Something gave you time. And in that time, you did a whole lot of healing. You really started to understand why the people who left you left. What failure it was on their part, not a lack of worthiness on yours. You did learn a little bit about where you fell short in allowing these people to even have the opportunity to walk away from you. So if it was like mother, father, I'm not speaking on that. But on even in romantic relationships, like you also shed some light on how you kind of may have positioned yourself to repeat those errors of how your mother or father or family members may have abandoned you or left you out in the cold in the past. But you just gained a lot of clarity and understanding and gained a lot of your power back. Spirit, can we clarify the Wheel of Fortune in the present energy? It's like understanding that. I'm seeing the Five of Pentacles in this wheel. Understanding this is what set this wheel in motion. It's unlocking a lot of doors for you. Spirit, like I'm still hearing you ain't seen nothing yet. Like that was the first step to a lot of healing, a lot of abundance, a lot of other fortune coming your way. So now you're on this journey. For a lot of you, it's spiritual. But the thing about our spiritual journeys is we see a lot of changes in our material world as a result, even if that's not what we're after. Simply by healing, simply by going into a very honest, albeit sometimes dark space, clearing out that energy and learning to love ourselves better, we actually unlock a lot of opportunity in this physical realm. Clarifying the Wheel of Fortunes. The Wheel of Fortune, the Three of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, the Hangman. I'm seeing that there's people that have entered your life. Okay, hear me out. I'm getting a lot of channeling from this read, more than cards. Part of this wheel turning is that there are people entering your life for you to collaborate with, as indicated by the Three of Pentacles. But these people that you're collaborating with also put you somewhat up on a pedestal. Maybe not them themselves, but just the association with these people has elevated you in some way, shape, or form, maybe to the public, maybe to the people around you. But it gives off this energy of an upgrade. And while you are taking advantage of these opportunities, kind of trying to grow and expand and continue the healing process, it's bringing a lot of attention towards you that in some ways might not be the most positive. But it's also allowing you to clear out space as well. It's like as people come in, others go out. It's like you're able to sit and observe how people respond to you changing in a positive way. How people come at you and challenge, Seven of Wands, almost challenge your elevation, your evolution. Some of them directly, some in an indirect way where they try to like bring that old Gemini out or make it seem like you're being fake or phony. And it's like it gives you pause, because now it's like as every time someone comes in, someone else has to go out. And whenever I say that in these readings about removing people from your life, it doesn't necessarily literally mean abandoning connections completely, but repositioning people in your life. So as one comes in that's really a part of your soul family and that meets you where you are, you find that it reveals another one that needs to be repositioned to just an associate. But this is necessary because in the near future, you'll be going on a fool's journey. You'll be opening up to take a leap of faith into something that really speaks to your heart and your inner child. And the thing is, to take a fool's journey, you have to pack light. People who carry the burden of trying to make you remain chained to your past, who carry the burden with them of you having to shrink yourself down or feel like that little girl or that little boy that was too timid to speak up. That little girl or that little boy that was too fearful of backlash to make a scene or make themselves known. That person, Gemini, is trying to break out of their shell. You are breaking out of your shell. And people who aren't comfortable with that carry extra weight with them because they carry with them the requirements that you stay in the box of your past. I hope that makes sense. This reading is very in the I don't know. It's not it's very spiritual. I mean, it's tarot, but as you guys know, YouTube, not all tarot is spiritual. This is heavy on the spiritual side. So this isn't specific. Like in 2 weeks, you'll meet a guy and or you'll meet the love of your life type thing. So, Spirit, can you clarify more about this fool's journey that Gemini is going on in the near future? Let's cut the deck. Knight of Pentacles, Five of Swords, Seven of Swords. Yeah, Gemini. So this is Spirit saying slow and steady wins the race, but don't. Yes, slow and steady wins the race, but are you hesitating to take this leap of faith? I'm hearing imposter syndrome, and I feel like I did a reading for y'all about that not too long ago. Are you hesitating to take this leap of faith because of the risk involved with the leap, or the fact that it requires you to step fully into your power that you know that you have, you know you're worthy of, you know you're capable of. I feel like this Five of Swords in the this Five of Swords underlying the near future for this full energy is a lot of the negative influences that you've had around you from the past that have kind of found joy in seeing you confined to these small spaces. And if you can see in this Five of Swords, this person in the forefront has clearly lost or feel that they lost a battle. And this person in the back is overjoyed by this person's loss. It's very much about fighting dirty. If you know what Schadenfreude is, it's a term about taking pleasure at the pain or misfortune of others. It's very much a Schadenfreude card. So there may be people around you, like I said, as one person, you meet one person from your soul family. Spirit is saying, don't be surprised if for every person that you bring in, you reveal to someone else who needs to go. And it hurts. I know it hurts. But the reality is, as they are revealed, even though in that moment they feel like they won, really you won this battle. Or maybe they won the battle, but you won the war. Because while they may have succeeded in a moment of making you feel like that old, small, shrunken down person again, the reality is that you succeeded in exposing those who are only around you to deceive you into thinking you're less than. In the advice position, well, actually, let's come back to the advice. No, we'll go to the advice position. Advice position, you have Six of Swords, which is moving from rocky waters to calmer waters. I think that's pretty self-explanatory, considering all this energy that's led up into it. So I'm not going to really clarify that. And I mean, it's clear as that. Spirit is saying, continue this journey forward. Don't look back. Take these Five of Swords, these little petty conflicts with you, because again, they may have won the battle, but you're winning the war by moving on. So learn the lesson. Continue to operate in this new, evolved, elevated version of you, this healed version of you. And it'll continue to take you into a calmer place. You see on the Six of Swords, there's a family here. But I almost feel like this is one person represented on this boat. You have the masculine, the divine feminine, and the inner child. All deciding that they're going to go together to a safer space. In balance, because one thing you can't do on a boat is be out of balance. In control and understanding of their feelings and their emotions. All to make it to a safer space. The surrounding energy is Four of Wands, which means you are really in the process of building a new foundation for yourself. I'm keeping this reading very general because it's about the energy. So yes, this could be healing energy from a relationship that allows you to collaborate with a new person to realize how negative the old relationship was. And Spirit is saying for you to take a fool's journey in the relationship and leave behind the conflict and the deception of the past. This could apply to a career. This could apply to a spiritual journey. So I'm keeping it very general because the energy is what is important, and you will know how to apply it in your specific situation. I really do feel, though, just my 2 cents, that for the majority of you all, this is about an evolution that's occurred within you. That yes, the outside world around you is changing as far as you making changes and repositioning yourself. Yes, new opportunities are coming to you, but it's all based on this spiritual work that's taking place. So anyways, the surrounding energy is 4 wands. Let me restart this now. Which confirms that you are establishing a foundation for yourself. It's almost like, okay, so now your masculine, feminine, and inner child all go in balance with an agreement that we're going to evolve and take ourselves to a safe place to continue to grow, continue to expand, right? And on this 4 of Wands card, what is this in the background? Man, woman, child. I'm trying to, I use this paper to help the card focus. Clearly it doesn't always work. Man, woman, child. So you're going to continue to build in a safer place. Not somewhere so much tumultuous waters that just, you know, rip away any dirt on the ground, that rip away all of the safe places to build a foundation. You're going somewhere where what you put down will be respected. What you put down will be stable. What you put down will be able to withstand and withhold whatever you build on top of it. So, after I did that long spiel, Spirit, can we clarify the 4 of Wands and get more detail about the supporting energy? It gives me the feeling, because this is supporting energy, that it's saying that whatever you need to do right now, this is the time to do it, to make these changes, because it's being protected. Anything with regard to you building this new foundation is being protected. Yes. Look at this, Gemini. You're being allotted the freedom to follow your intuition, to follow your heart, to be a child again. Not childish, a child. Meaning be innocently from a good space and a good frame of mind and a good heart space. As long as you're doing it from those spaces, God is going to allow you to set the tone for the life that you want to live. Because of the fact that you alchemize this energy from the past, that like it set you free to be creative, to follow your passions, to basically jump for joy into situations. And again, I say to you, you are protected while you're in this energy. So to other people, it might look like, what are you doing? You're leaving, you're exposing yourself, you're putting yourself out there. Like, aren't you scared? It seems crazy. How are you leaving what was a stable situation? Even though it might not have been the best, it was stable. That could be relationship, job, friendship, groups. It wasn't that bad. You could have tolerated, you know, some people wish they had that much. But Gemini, you said to these people, I don't want to deal with scraps anymore. I'm worth more than scraps. I'm worth the life that I deserve. The life of safety, abundance, friendship, real love, real support. So the universe is like, you're doing the work, so we got your back. Justice card. And as long as you continue to do the work, we'll continue to have your back. Judgment card. In your obstacle position, of course, good old devil. Now, the devil can represent a few things. Of course, overall, the word of the day is usually toxicity when it comes to the devil. But it's also about being chained to material things, which can be, in turn, toxic. But just to the point where you feel like those things justify you enduring spiritual hell. So, your job has your blood pressure on 180 over 125 on the regular. It has your hair falling out. It has your marriage in shambles. It has you barely knowing your children or knowing what's going on in their lives. But it pays your mortgage, so you stay there. That's the devil. That example is standing out to me, so it may apply to someone. But it's also about negative thought patterns, addictions. But let's get some more clarity, please, Spirit, on the devil for Gemini. What's his devil energy? Spirit, please clarify this devil energy for Gemini. What's the devil energy in the obstacle position for Gemini? Page of Cups, Four of Wands again, Ace of Wands. Trust every bit of intuition that you have. Trust your heart. Trust your heart. This Four of Wands, which is again representative of the new foundation you're building, is surrounded by a Page of Cups and an Ace of Wands. And Page of Cups can be any type of small offer in the direction of love, warmth, caring, nurturing. And then the Ace of Wands is strong intuition, strong passion, strong drive, strong attraction. And it's saying keep those things in mind and follow those things. Follow the love and follow the passion and right into your new foundation. I think the devil is the antithesis of all of this though. And when you start questioning this is when you start going back into these ways of thinking that are deceptive, that have been implanted by old norms that you learned from, I don't know, toxic ways of coping with things in your past. Maybe some residue from trauma from childhood, all of those things. But as long as you continue to follow your inner voice and follow where you see love offered, where you see it offered. I feel like Gemini's, okay, here's channeling again. One of the things that have contributed to the toxicity of your past, even though you didn't plant the seed, you continue to nurture the fruit. So the seeds of self-doubt, the seeds of negative forms of attachment may have been planted, like I said, early in childhood is what I'm hearing. But at some point, you know, unfortunately, even though it's not fair, once we grow into adults, the burdens that we carry from our past become our responsibility. And instead of like pulling those weeds and those roots from those negative ways of thinking, you found yourself in positions where you kept like watering the plants, watering the flowers. And as in like, so if you had a toxic connection with your mother, you kept finding, for females, you kept finding female friends that treated you as negatively as your mother treated you. Or for male friends, the same with the father, man, you know what I'm trying to say, father-son dynamic. Or switch it which way you want to. If your parents were constant or cold as ice to each other and they tolerated each other because that was what you did for your family. You find yourselves in relationships convincing yourself that what is abandonment, what is gaslighting, what is emotional disconnection, you convince yourself that's a normal part of love. So you kept feeding those cycles. Well, Spirit is saying for your new foundation, you're only going to believe the love that is shown to you, not fill in the blanks for the absence of love, or they're gaslighting, or they're stonewalling me. But they just do that because they love me so much they can't. No. The presence of love is that person that comes to you and talks through the problems. Maybe not immediately, maybe not in the most perfect way, but the attempt is there. The person who comes to you and says, I am so sorry, I love you, I know I messed up, but I'll do better next time. And let's talk about this. The person who, even when you wronged, they don't come to you trying to put more swords in your back. They come to you to try to understand how they feel let down, make you understand how they feel let down, but not in a petty way. You're going to, you know what love is, even if it's through the absence of, or through the knowing that it's the opposite of how you learned it to be. I don't know if I'm wording that clearly. So your potential outcome is Ten of Swords, but hear me, fret not. Ten of Swords is when it comes to the negative swords, that's the one you want to see, because the 10 is off the camera. Sorry guys. That might be a little better. The 10 is finality. The 10 is no more swords are going in your back. Now you can remove the swords and begin the healing process. I almost look at 10 of Swords as death. And the death card is also a rebirth card, because this person, I mean, I'm pretty sure at this point is dead. So the only place they can go now is to be reborn, right? I know that's not like, you don't look at that and think, yay, I got 10 of Swords. But promise, trust me, everything is cyclical. And so an ending is a new beginning. So, and if you come from a place of pain, your new beginning will require you to close a cycle of pain. Spirit, can we get 3 cards clarifying? The 10 of Swords. Okay. The Lovers. Yes. The 10 of Swords. No, I'm sorry. The Lovers, the 10 of Wands, and the Devil again. I'm gonna meditate on this for a minute. Well, Gemini, the Lover's card is your card. Your burdens are done. Okay. Listen, Gemini. I'm hearing Spirit. I'm hearing God. Loud and clear on this one. You have come so far. I don't care how you were feeling today or how much you backslide. Healing is not linear, okay? So don't feel like it's, oh, I'm awakened now. That's it. I grew. That's it. I'm done. No, healing isn't linear. So you're coming into your own, understanding your own power. This is a treasure, okay? This is the ultimate gift that you can give yourself. Knowing your value, being in balance, understanding that things didn't happen to you. They happened for you. And I know that's so cliche and it almost kind of devalues what we experience. So I apologize, but that's not what I'm trying to do. What I'm saying to you is it wasn't all for nothing. And as much as you might feel like you haven't made progress, you have. 10 of Swords is the end of that pain cycle. 10 of Wands, you have a choice as well to let go of other people's burdens that you probably have been carrying. At the end of the day, though, you will have reached your maximum capacity with that. And I see that you, in this situation, based off of this reading, have decided, I'm done with it. Understand that, again, healing isn't linear and you will continue to be tested. So God is saying to me to say to you right now to understand that you hold the key to staying in your power. And the only thing that can happen to you right now is whatever you decide to walk into and allow. You are continuing to grow. You're continuing to walk away and move away from things to be able to build a more stable foundation. Remember the freedom that it gives you. Don't let that feeling wear off and then go back into these old pain cycles and then start picking up wands that don't belong to you anymore. Other people's traumas, other people's pains, the responsibility for other people's setbacks and mistakes in their life. Don't do it. Continue on this path and on this journey, Gemini, and the world is your oyster. But just don't expect that just because you step into this power that old devil won't show up. And the devil showing up doesn't mean that I'm hearing it doesn't mean that you failed. I don't know if some of you have felt that way before. Like the temptations were indication that you weren't worthy some kind of way. If anything, they're an indication of your power. And every time you continue to walk away from that old way of thinking, the further and further away you get from it, then the easier it gets every single time to say no more. But you get to choose this new life. So you got to protect it. So I know this was a very, ooga booga, I don't know, up in the clouds type of spiritual reading. But I really felt like someone needed that. So I hope this helps. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, my dear Geminis, you have a good one. Bye. Okay. I forgot I said I was going to do an oracle card, and I really feel like I need to. So let me do this really quick. I know, I'm losing my mind. I am. I told you how the energies feel very, like, intense. And even I'm like, I don't know, very... I don't know, not fully myself right now. So I apologize, Geminis. Let me get your soul's journey lesson card for you. I done put all the tarot cards. I'm like, wait a minute, I forgot. I'm so sorry. Okay, for the Geminis that have not clicked off of this reading yet, Spirit, get a good message. Courage is perfect. I say it's a bit perfect. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Let's read this. You need to remind yourself that part of the challenge of being a soul is learning to honor your own power by listening to your inner voice and following its advice. You are acknowledging the perfection of your intuition. Fear is only an illusion, and obstacles are great opportunities for you to demonstrate that coming from a place of love will conquer all of fear's disguises. Perhaps you are changing career paths or entering or exiting a relationship. This test has been put before you because it's an opportunity to prove to yourself that you and only you can make the correct decision. By not taking that step forward, you may find yourself 2 steps back, only to face that same obstacle again. Remember, in your outcome cards, Gemini, you had the devil for the 2nd time in the reading, and Spirit said clearly that don't expect that because you've made this leap and this progression that old devil won't show up. And don't treat it like it's a sign that maybe I'm not doing so well. And I don't know how to piece that or word that correctly, but for some reason I feel like when doubt shows up, for example, doubt is not a reflection of your actual ability. It's just a reflection of doubt. That's it. And especially if you come from a place where you are used to doubting yourself and not pushing yourself as far as you have in this new version or this elevated version of you, Gemini, it's going to come up. But it doesn't equate to the doubt equals the lack of ability. Your doubt doesn't equate to who you are or what you're capable of. So courage is very important to face that devil as it pops up, because you have come, again, like I said, so far. So now I'm done. Thank you for your patience with me. This reading went longer than usual, and then I forgot the card. So thank you so much if you stuck around. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye for real this time. Have a good one, Gemini.